How's she going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Denis Loves Outdoors. Back up at the woodlot, working on the cabin road to the future off-grid cabin. I was in here yesterday working on the culvert. That was that last video, part 2, I guess. This is going to be part 3. I'm at a new gravel pit that I'm trying to develop. So yesterday I was probably 200 or 300 yards that away, where that culvert I was working on, and there was a wet spot there that I dug all out. If I get a chance, maybe I'll head over there and show you the completion of that. So now I'm at, like I said, 200 or 300 yards farther up the road. Just down here I got a little turnabout that I made, and then down here, I'll show you here in a sec, right there I have that's the corduroy road that I've been building across the swamp, or a big bog. So what I've been doing, I was set up here, and what I was doing is I took all the organic material off the top, cast it over onto my left hand side, and then took all the good gravel and cast it over to the right. So today I'm in here, I just want to stockpile some material so that the next time I come in here, I'm going to bring my dump trailer and my quad, and what I'll do is I'll just park it here and load it with the front bucket, and then drive it down there to the corduroy road and dump it. So that should save me some time instead of driving the tractor just with one bucket load. Same deal here, a lot of organic on the top, or about a foot or so. And then about 3 feet of sandy material, earthy sandy. And then I hit into some hard pan, pit run, kind of sandy material. That's kind of hard, but I can break through it. So I'm hoping now, once I dig all of this out and I get some more room, then I'll drive the machine in here and just keep working my way in up that hill. Someday I might, and it might be easier, that I'll cut a road up and then I'll drive the tractor up there, rip all the trees out, throw them over this bank, and then turn around and then just push it down with the front bucket. Or once I get all those trees ripped out, I think I may haul in my, I have a little crawler Oliver dozer, and that might work out a lot easier. Then I could have the backhoe down here, get up there, come push, knock it all down in this big hole, and then scoop it all up and then load it into the dump trailer. Anyhow, that's kind of the plan that I'm thinking. So I stockpiled kind of in the middle, because the next time I set up the tractor on this side, and then dug all the material through to my left, through all the organic stuff to the right. And like I was saying before, what I do is I scoop up all of that organic material, and then that's what I use to sandwich all along the road. So I'll put all that down first, and then all the rocks, and use that to kind of hold the gravel. So this is the corduroy road. I think it started probably right about here somewhere. And basically, I'll show you. So I try to do it in sections. So I have a bunch of stringer logs, cedar logs. I usually put a bunch of tree boughs down first if I have them. Put the skidder logs down. So I have to put another one right in here. I think I did 3. So like that cedar one way over there, I'll grab that with the backhoe and pull that over this way. And then I put a bunch of tree boughs down to stop the new material from migrating and sinking into the existing material. And then I fill this section up to the top of the cedar stringers with dirt material just like right in here. And then I'll lay kind of perpendicular, I'll lay logs, any kind of logs I can get hold of, trees, and throw them, and then bury that with gravel. See, like on the edge here, there's a couple old stumps that I threw in. I'll throw all that organic material that I've been stockpiling on the very edge on both sides, and that should help hold all this gravel in. I do have to I'm going to cut a notch in that cedar log, and I'm going to put a cross culvert there because there's a little stream running through there. It's actually that's part of the dead water of the lake right there. There's a low spot right in here, runs all the way through towards those big trees, and it veers to the lake. The lake's right there. So this is kind of used to be all water, I guess. So right where I'm putting my cabin used to be an island. It's kind of like a peninsula there now. So I got about another 15 yards of this really bad spot. Once I get through this, it should be good sailing all the way up through there, and then I veer to the left. I'm not going to walk up there today because I actually have showed that in another video before. Someday when I get this road completed, I'll just do another video driving through it. My plan is I'm trying to just get this road not quickly done, but done good enough, I guess, so that I can just drive in here and kind of get in so I can start working on my cabin site. This is that little turnabout. I got it tomorrow, or the next time I come in here, I think I'm gonna rip a few more of these trees out so that I can drive down here and then back up with my dump trailer and then turn around. So I do have to haul some of these rocks out of here. I've been stockpiling and saving them for if I ever want to. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a stone foundation under my cabin. I'd really like to have a big fireplace on the outside, like a stone foundation, and then the fireplace on top of that. That's kind of my plan. So I've been kind of stockpiling as many rocks as I can, and I do have to come in here and ditch this, and then I got to run a ditch kind of down in through there. The water, when it does rain, it kind of cuts across the road. It does wash this way before the corduroy part, but this does get a little eroded. Anyhow, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over, so I can stop this video. I'm going to head over and show you that, man, the horseflies are brutal today. Show you that culvert I just finished up. Okay, stand by. Okay, I just thought I'd turn you back on here. Like I was mentioning before, this part, or this whole road, this is going to be like the base section of the road. As you can tell, it's high on either end. And that's why I'm hoping that site right there, that gravel site, or I'm going to have, hopefully, if I have to, I'll come right in here and cut all this material. And I'm hoping to get enough material there that I can load it on the dump trailer, and then over time build this whole roadway bed up, 6 inches to a foot over the next couple of years. I can drive through this. It's a little rough, it's not a big deal. And I'm just thinking over the next couple of years, if I get a wet spot, I'll just, concentrate on there for a day or so and, fill it up, raise the level, and hopefully over the next 5 years or so, everything should be good. There's a huge rock. That rock was actually right there. And there's kind of like a little spring, but I think it obviously dries up in the summertime, but this is kind of a wet spot here, which is going to be kind of an issue someday. So there's the lake right there. A lot of moose tracks A lot of deer tracks, which is good. Stockpiled a bunch of rocks right here. Kind of made like another little turning area. The road's a little narrow, so if I, I kind of try to, well, it's a little wider in here. So I try to have the odd spot that you could kind of pull over. This here, I was hoping the road was going to be pushed that way a little bit more, but I hit bedrock. That's all rock. So I scraped out as much as I could, and then I cast it over there. And like I was saying yesterday in the last video, this sloped off quite a bit. That's probably down 8-9 feet. So what I was doing, and like I was saying yesterday about the cut and fill method, so just envision a kind of a triangle here, because this sloped right down, and now there's another triangle right here because I just filled this material. So I took this triangle and then inverted it and put it down here. So that's basically your cut and fill from your center line of the road. So the center line is right here. This was sloped. So I filled all this in, and that is all basically rock. And then farther down there's trees and stumps and everything that was in the road. Like there's a big tree that I just threw down there. And basically that's just sandwiched there to hold everything from sloughing away. I was going to cut in here and make a gravel pit in here because that looked like there was going to be a really good material. But there's actually, in the spring, there's a little stream that runs down, and I would have had to put a culvert across here to drive across, and I think it was going to be a pain. If that was the deal over there, if I couldn't get any gravel where my tractor is right now, this was the other spot that I was going to do that. I do have a cross culvert right here for in the spring. It's dried up pretty good there now, which is good. So this was the bad spot. So yesterday I actually ditched this out a little bit because it was a little high. I do gotta rake it out or clean it up a little bit with a hand shovel. Right in here was the really soft spot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around just like in the video yesterday. Here there was a huge stump right at the outlet of this pipe, which was kind of a problem because all the water was coming and hitting that and slowly not being able to kind of get out. So I've ripped that stump out. There it is sitting right there. I believe must have been like a maple stump because it was really hard to get out. The roots were right underneath the culvert. And so when I was trying to break it and pull it out, I was lifting the culvert up, and that was kind of moving all this around. And what I did yesterday, I had to kind of redo because I kind of messed it up a little bit. Anyhow, so I got a pretty good little sump hole there, and I did the same on the inlet. So there's a good sump hole so that any silt or anything that washes in will get will settle and not settle in the pipe. Yeah, so that's how that's looking there now. Turned out not too bad. So I really do want to raise this up even higher. That could probably come up another couple of 3 feet. But like I said, I want to concentrate on right now because I was driving back and forth so much with the front end of the bucket to try to do this. I just want to be able to get in here, get to the very end, work my way through the swamp, stockpile, and then next time I'm up here, I'm going to be bringing my dump trailer. So that should speed up the whole process a lot better. So that's the plan. So that's how things are looking at right now. I did clear out a little turnabout. Got another little spot that I can kind of turn around. And then right up there where that big rock is, that's where that other kind of little gravel pit site is. So that's actually a pretty good resource, I believe, that I got. Is I got sand, gravel, I got some topsoil. So like I'm trying to separate it all, or I'm trying to use it all and trying to save money on not having to haul material in here, and use what I got. Obviously the machine that I have is not huge. It's only like a 26 horsepower Kubota, but that's what I got. You know, I get people saying, well, geez, you should rent a machine. And well, I don't want to rent a machine. I have my own. So what I've been doing is trying to learn how to use it. It's not the biggest, but I'm kind of using it in a way that works for me. It may take me longer, but I don't mind that. It kind of gives me something to do. I kind of like playing around and trying to solve certain problems and get things to work. Like I said yesterday, I'm not a heavy machine operator or anything. I've never ever. The first time I ever used one was when I bought that 2 to 3 years ago. Anyhow, it seems to be working all right. Like I was saying, this is all like a rough grade. I can drive in here, no problem. I have a video. It's probably one of my first few videos of the cabin road, and it's in the winter, and it's videoed with my GoPro on a four-wheeler. And I could, at that time, I could barely make it through here with the four-wheeler. That was like 2 winters ago. Anyhow, you could probably drive a two-wheel drive SUV through here now for a joke. Anyhow, like I was saying, that's it for now. If you think of it, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?